Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So just a bit of a guitar update for you guys on my progress of teaching myself right-handed guitar. I've had this guitar for a little while now, and I got myself into a bit of a pickle a while back where I was cleaning up some stuff on a trailer, because I work on RV trailers, and I sliced my index finger open pretty bad, and that prevented me from playing my left-handed guitars. So anyways, I picked up this right-handed guitar from Long McQuade, and they were kind enough to let me borrow it for a week, and hopefully that would get me through and get me through my Powassan Jammers meeting and my church practice and church Sunday. And it did, actually, and I busted my butt to get my skill level up enough that I could sneak by on a few songs. Of course, a lot of the songs we do at church are very simple chords for the most part, and so it wasn't too bad. It's just getting the rhythm down, and I actually find that actually playing right-handed, there's rhythms I can do right-handed that I haven't been able to figure out how to do lefty, so there is an advantage for me to be playing both ways. But nonetheless, it does actually slow me down a little bit too, so I tend to be a little bit of a wild card sometimes. But anyway, so after the week was up, I had decided to purchase this thing. My wife and I talked about it, and she figured, well, you know what, it'd be a good idea, because you're probably going to hurt yourself again eventually, and you know, if you really want to play that bad, well, you're going to have to do it. So I've been spending a lot more time with this thing, and today I actually changed the strings on it and went down to 11 gauge, but I needed to do some tweaking to this thing. So I lowered the bridge actually quite a lot. I barely have any room left for shaving, and that lowered the string action a lot, other than setting the neck, etc. But even with the 12 gauge strings that came with this thing, it was still a little bit on the high side for me, and I didn't want to shave any more off the bridge. So I figured, well, let's go to 11 gauge strings, because they don't have as much tension on them. And maybe the neck will relax a little bit more too at the same time, and it actually worked out to be great. So the action is sitting really nice and low on this thing now, and no buzzing unless it's me doing it, but that's some pretty sick low action. That's actually a little bit lower than my Fender acoustic. So I'm kind of liking it, because now it's super easy to push on the strings, and it's just really nice. So anyways, I thought I'd play a little bit for you guys and give you an idea about where I'm at with this, and so you can see the progress. And I'll do another update video, I don't know when, down the road eventually, when I'm much better. But it's a journey for me to teach myself how to play right-handed. You know, after playing left-handed for over 35 years, you know, playing right-handed is something that's definitely different, and not everybody can actually play both ways. It is a bit of a challenge, but, you know, if you can do it, hey, great. You know, because it comes in real handy. If you hurt yourself, at least you can play one way or the other, you know? So... So that's a little bit of one of the songs we do. That D with the added F sharp is still a little bit of a progress. Getting to the B minor is still a bit of a progress too. D minor 7 is easy, you know. D7. minor is still a struggle. But I can cheat a D minor with a D minor 7, and it's almost not noticeable. And up in here. Playing this stuff's a little hard yet. I find it's really weird going this way, and I'm used to going the other way, and then coming back this way, and I'm used to going in this way. It is kind of weird, you know. But I'm getting there, and there are a lot of songs I can now play. It's easier to do with the music in front of me, of course. But I don't have to really look at the neck very often, which is good. So my fingers are remembering. My brain is reprogramming, because now my brain is, you know, normally sitting like this, and now it's kind of like this and then around again, to go the opposite way. So it's a lot of rethinking and reorganizing of your thoughts and how your body has to move and do things. You know, so it is different, but it is also a very good benefit to have a guitar that's extremely well set up to make it so much easier to play. You know, because now I don't have to hardly have any pressure, where before I was struggling because the action was a little on the high side, and you know, now it's a lot easier. One of the things I found really hard too is holding the pick right. That's been a bit of a challenge, because I know how to hold it great, you know, left-handed, but going right-handed, it's like, it's a little different, but I'm actually getting comfortable finally. Finding a comfortable arm position is a little, you know, still working on that too. You got to have that comfortable arm position, you know, because I feel like I'm way back here and I don't want to be. I want to be up a little more, but it kind of, I guess it's maybe the body shape. And it is an arch back, but there's not much of an arch to the back as it is. I mean, but, you know, it's kind of a unique design. I kind of like the arch back design. It's really nice. And I'm really liking these D'Addario strings. So, benefits all the way around. I think if I'd change anything else on this guitar, would be maybe changing the pegs over to like an ebony peg. And the tuners, I like the tuners. I think they're really nice the way they are, but I might yet switch them to gold, because I think gold would go really nice. But if I go gold with the tuners, I would have to go with maybe a brass pin in here to kind of accent the whole thing across. But you know, otherwise, I mean, they are fine the way they are. There's nothing wrong with these tuners. They actually work quite well. I just got this thing for gold, you know, and so, and gold and white go awesome together. That's a real big thing. You know, they really do. Kind of cheat my G a little bit. I'm doing the G properly, it's just the way my finger placement is. I kind of cheated a little bit, but it works great. And doing the chords this way, having some issues there because of the way my fingers are hitting things. But otherwise, I'm doing really well. I'm enjoying the journey playing this thing. And it is an acoustic electric too, which is a nice benefit, so I can plug in. But I gotta say, I really love the guitar. I love it even more now that everything's like just dialed in perfect on it. So it's gonna stay with 11s. I'm actually considering changing all my guitars over to 11 gauge for my acoustics, because the 11s are so much nicer. You know, they just are. And I don't have issues with the other guitars. It's something about 11 gauge that's nice. Anyways, we shall see. But I will give you guys another update when I have more for you. I have a song that I wrote a while back, and I haven't been able to motivate myself to play it on this thing yet, but I'm going to try. And if I can get it nailed on this thing in the next little bit, then I'll put a video up with that song, because it's a really nice song, and it is an acoustic song, so it's not actually made to be with, you know, really other instruments, but I got to get into this D with the added F because it's actually a chord that's in there. But yeah, it's great. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, especially on this progress of mine. I'm sure there's going to probably be, I don't know, maybe a dozen videos on this progress, maybe a little more over the next year or so. I'm not flooding my channel with it, mind you. Just every once in a while I'll do an update for you guys, to show you my journey into doing this, because it is different being a primary left-handed player and getting into the right-handed scene. Now, I am not buying any more right-handed guitars. I mean, when this thing dies one day, I'll replace it, but otherwise I'm not buying any more right-handed guitars because I really don't need them, you know. I'm more of a lefty collector, so anyways, till next time, thanks for watching, and see ya.